There's a lot of happening in the fashion world right now, especially at Milan's Fashion Week.
Milan, darling, Milan.
In this episode, we're going to talk about Demna's first show as a creative director of Gucci, Maria Grazia Chiuri debut at Fendi, and the Prada show that got everyone talking, and the future of Giorgio Armani after Mr. Giorgio Armani's passing. There's also more changes happening at Versace, and even Dolce&Gabbana now without Gabbana.
Okay, can you please spell Gabbana?
We have three major big debuts. Let's talk about the Fendi's collection with Maria Grazia Chiuri. She left Dior and came back to Fendi. She started her career at Fendi when she was 24 as an accessories designer. Okay, in this collection we have a lot to discuss here, but I want to start from the positives of this collection. I like that there were looks with the fur because, as we know, Fendi stands for fun fur. They were jackets with the fur with these amazing looks and it looked very cool. There was also this shoes with the fur, and also I need to note that the shoes section was amazing. Especially this transparent heel and the way it was styled, it was chef's kiss. We see fur jackets in different variety of colors. A lot of people were saying that this collection was boring and pretty much it was the things that she did at Dior. With this argument, I partially agree. The majority of collection is a full 80%. I don't have anything against black color, but the thing is, she's been doing this pretty much the same thing for the past 2 years at Dior. And as we know, Fendi stands for fun fur. We wanted to see something fun, you know. I really don't understand her obsession with these logos and slogans. Okay, but we have to talk about the bags now. One thing that makes Fendi bags so special is how many versions Fendi created. Different fabrics, beads, sequins, embroidery. This is one of my favorite bags from the collection. It's fun and colorful. And here's a little different version. It's a little different, but still fun. And one of my favorites were these two bags and also these two bags. And also the very last one that I pick is this one. This is my number one pick. I also want to add that Maria Grazia Chiuri is the perfect designer for Fendi because she is the mastermind behind Dior's tote bag. This bag is so popular at its peak. You would see influencers wearing it, celebrities wearing it everywhere. She also created Dior slingback heels and still loved today and helped launch the successful Dior bags like Caro bag, which is this one, and also Dior's Bobby bag. She created all these commercially successful products and imagine what she could done for Fendi. But anyways, in the end, I really love this collection, and now that I'm thinking about maybe she had this task to bring all Dior's fans at Fendi, and maybe that's why the collection is very similar to her past collections. Anyways, I love the bags. All right, now let's talk about the Marni. Meryl Roach is a Belgian fashion designer and a creative director of Marni as of July 2025. Marni is an Italian fashion house founded in 1994 by Cancelo Castiglione, known for its intellectual, playful, and avant-garde aesthetic featuring vibrant prints, artistic pattern, and sculptural shapes. And in this collection, we can see a lot of many patterns and combinations in this styling. There were vibrant pattern shirts with this calm colors and silhouettes, stripes with skirts, stripe on stripe, stripes and horizontal stripes. When I look at this collection, it has element of quirkiness and it was balanced with something more grounding. It's like a mix and match of patterns and stripes and mixing with these earthy tones like gray, green, and navy. I honestly totally loved the collection, and it's something that I want to wear in my day-to-night life. It gives off this nerdy and office look, but I like this kind of quirkiness and whimsicality in it. I especially can see myself wearing most of the collection, including the men's section. Okay, now let's talk about the Gucci. This is a big one. Demna's debut at Gucci. Critics and fashion people didn't like the show. Actually, I want to stand on the Demna side. I want to start that Demna is a smart and amazing marketer, and he knows how to create a hype and make people talking. Either it's a bad way or a good way. When we think about the Gucci, there's pretty much the three big major eras. It's the beginning showing the original families in the 60s. There's also Tom Ford Gucci era, and there's Alessandra Michele's Gucci. Of course, all the girls and boys were obsessed with the Tom Ford Gucci, and the public pretty much was hinting it. If I were Demna, I would also bring back Tom Ford Gucci. Now let's talk about the collection. It is so weird that I like it. The more I look into it, I like it. The leather section of this collection was amazing, especially, for example, the Jackie bag that he had made with more stretchy, soft leather. I feel like party girls and boys will love this. Okay. The only issue with this collection is that majority of the Kering's revenue has been declined. Focusing on the taste of 20 years old doesn't make any sense because the target audience for Gucci's are much older, and this collection was pretty much designed for younger audience. They don't have a time to wait for 20 years old to have much higher spending power in 10 plus years. Young kids can't afford ready to wear at this price point. They're putting themselves in a weird position because the collection was designed pretty much for younger generation, but the purchasing buyer customers feels like it's not gonna wear this. In the end, I'm really happy for Demna and Gucci. Now, what do you think about this collection? Let me know. Now, let's talk about the Giorgio Armani. After Mr. Giorgio Armani demise, the brand was in a turbulent situation. So let's start who will be creative director of Giorgio Armani. Silvana Armani, Leo Del Orco are the house's crown successors. Silvana is in charge of women's wear and Leo Del Rocca in charge of women's wear. It's not like they're new into the business. They've been working in the past with Mr. Giorgio Armani and they know what to be done. Looking at the collection is nothing really different than Mr. Giorgio Armani himself. It looks very Armani. It has its traditional silhouettes, the colors, and it pretty much looks amazing. This collection, they did an amazing job. It's already difficult for her as a sister and pressure from the public and comparison to Mr. Armani's previous collection. As we know, she worked at Armani for many years and knows what Armani woman wants. And I am so excited for her future collections. Okay, now let's talk about the will, because Mr. Giorgio Armani left very interesting terms. On September 12th, his two final wills were released in which Armani gave control 40% of his business empire to his long-time collaborator and head of menswear, Leo Del Orco, and another 15% to each niece, Silvana Armani, and head of women's wear and nephew, Andrea Camarena. But in his business will, he specified that the Armani Foundation should sell a 15% stake not before 1 year and within 18 months of his death, with a preference to LVMH, L'Essor Luxottica, or L'Oreal. So these are three big major conglomerates. Okay, that's pretty much the news about the Giorgio Armani, but I want to also talk about Prada. Prada is one of the most popular brands, as we know. This show turned out pretty interesting. The idea behind this collection is based on real women's closet. They cast just 15 models and each of them wore 4 layered looks for a total of 60 walks. In other words, first look is the most layered, and once the models walk out in the backstage, she takes off 1 layer of the clothes, and just like that, 4 different looks. The Prada's DNA was always about working women or real women. If you remember, the same thing happened at Miu Miu with aprons. Each year, they try to show the different interpretation of a real working woman. Thank you guys for watching till the end. If you support this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with the Paris Fashion Week. So see you guys next time.